My girlfriend had our baby, and I exposed the truth before we even left the hospital. My girlfriend gave birth to our first child, and the second they put him in her arms, I let her know I already knew he wasn't mine. I found out when she was 6 months along. A guy she used to work with messaged me on LinkedIn and asked if I was her boyfriend. Then he sent screenshots of their Venmo history. The notes made my stomach drop. One said, "Our weekend at the coast." Another said, "Morning after my treat." Another said, "That hotel you love." I checked the dates against trips and nights she gave me excuses for. One matched a weekend when she said she was in Portland for her sister's bachelorette party. Her sister had gotten married 3 years earlier. I sat in my car outside our apartment for 2 hours, staring at my phone. We'd been together 4 years. We lived together for 2. I had a ring hidden in my toolbox, the exact one she saved online, and it took me 8 months to pay for it. I didn't confront her. I started collecting everything. I opened a new bank account. I slowly moved money out of our shared savings so she wouldn't notice. I changed my direct deposit. I kept receipts for bills, groceries, doctor visits, and every baby item I bought. I took photos of her calendar and screenshots of her phone bill. I wrote down dates, times, and excuses. The guy sent 3 more messages that week with more details, places, times, what she wore one night. He said his therapist told him to stop lying. I told him not to contact me again, then saved every message and sent them to a lawyer. After that, I played the excited future dad. I went to every appointment. I sat in waiting rooms with a fake smile while she talked about baby names. I painted the nursery gray and white because that's what she wanted. I built the crib, the changing table, and a rocking chair that took forever because the parts didn't line up right. I stood through the baby shower while her mother hugged me and said her daughter was lucky to have found me. Her dad pulled me aside and said I'd be a great father. I smiled and thanked him like I wasn't breaking inside. At night, she talked about our future like none of this was real. She'd ask if the baby would have my eyes or her smile. She talked about moving when he got older. Once, she held up 2 tiny outfits and asked which one looked more like us. I had to go into the bathroom, turn on the fan, and sit there until I could breathe normally again. At 7 months, I hired the lawyer. He told me not to blow it up yet. He said wait until the baby was born, keep records, and let the timing work in my favor. So I did. The last 2 months were the worst part. Every kick she made me feel, every nursery photo she posted, every late night talk about us being a team felt like a joke. I drove her to birthing class. I packed the hospital bag. I installed the car seat. One night she thanked me for being so steady through all of this, and I had to bite the inside of my cheek so hard I tasted blood. Labor started at 2:47 on a Tuesday morning. Her water broke all over our mattress and she started panicking. I grabbed towels, the bag, and drove her to the hospital while she screamed through each contraction. Once we got there, I checked her in, filled out forms, called her parents, timed contractions, got her ice chips, rubbed her back, and let her crush my hand for hours. Nurses kept telling her how lucky she was that I never left her side. One nurse said, "This guy deserves a medal." She looked at me with tears in her eyes and whispered that she loved me. That was the last time she said it, and the last time I acted like I believed it. After 14 hours, the baby was born. The room went happy right away. Her mom was crying. The nurse was smiling. She was staring down at him like this was the perfect ending to a perfect story. Then I saw him clearly for the first time. Dark, curly hair, sharp nose. Not mine, not hers either. Exactly like the guy from the LinkedIn photo. My phone was already in my pocket with the screenshot ready. I'd had it saved for months. While she was holding the baby, I sent it to her phone. She heard it buzz, looked down, and opened it. I watched her face change in seconds. Her whole body went still. The color drained out of her face. She looked up at me like she'd forgotten how to speak. I didn't yell. I didn't make a scene. I just said it loud enough for the nurse by the door to hear. "Congratulations. I'm sure he'll be excited to meet his son." The room went dead quiet. Her mom looked between us. The nurse froze. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. Her fingers tightened around the baby, and her phone slipped onto the blanket. Then I turned around, walked out of the room, took the elevator down, sat in my car in the parking garage, and sent my lawyer one sentence: do it now. At 9:15 that night, he filed everything electronically, and before midnight, the confirmation hit my inbox with one word in the subject line: done. Now her sister is calling me heartless for walking out. Was I wrong?